Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics. Your friend and fishing expert is back with a super exciting forecast for a day that promises some real action on the water. We're talking about Wednesday, the 1st of October 2025. What makes this day so special, you ask? Well, friends, get ready for an intriguing start to October because the fish are getting geared up for winter, and that means one thing for us: feeding frenzy. We're diving deep into the conditions across Canada to give you the insider scoop on where to cast your line and what to expect. This isn't just about if the fish will bite, but how and where to make those bites count. Let's talk tactics for some of Canada's most beloved species. First up, the mighty walleye. With water temperatures cooling down, walleye are transitioning. In early fall, they often move to shallower waters to enjoy the warmer pockets, but as the day progresses and temperatures drop, they'll head a bit deeper. Look for them around big structures, rocky points, and shoreline weed beds where baitfish gather. Dusk is prime time for walleye as they become much more active, just before nightfall. For tackle, I'd recommend trolling crankbaits or using jigs with live minnows. Keep your retrieves slow and steady, especially if targeting deeper fish. A small tip from my own experience: try using brightly colored jigs or crankbaits to stand out in the cooler, potentially murkier fall waters. Next, let's target the aggressive northern pike. Fall is an incredible time for pike, as they're actively bulking up. You'll find them lurking near living aquatic vegetation, seeking both ambush points and forage. Early in the day, they might be closer to the surface, but as the sun gets higher, they'll often retreat to slightly deeper weed lines or drop-offs. My go-to setup for pike would be a medium-heavy spinning or casting rod with large spinners, swim baits, or even big topwater lures if you see activity on the surface. Don't be shy with your lure size. Hungry pike aren't picky. Then we have the ever-popular smallmouth bass. These feisty fighters are also following the baitfish migration. They'll be moving out of their deeper summer haunts into warmer, shallower waters, especially near vegetation and abrupt drop-offs. Look for them in 5 to 8 feet of water, often near submerged logs or rocky structures. Crankbaits are a fantastic choice for bass this time of year. Start shallow and work your way out. Jigs with soft plastics mimicking crayfish or baitfish are also deadly. My little secret for fall bass: pay close attention to transitions where shallow water suddenly drops off into deeper areas, as bass love to stage there. Finally, the magnificent lake trout. With cooling water temperatures, lake trout become much more active and aggressive. You'll find them cruising along shorelines, especially near woods, shoals, and rocky points where they can ambush prey. Deeper, cold, well-oxygenated lakes are their primary habitat, but in the fall they'll venture closer to feeding grounds. Vertical jigging with heavy spoons or using downriggers with large swim baits or spoons are excellent techniques. Pay attention to your sonar for schools of baitfish, as the lake trout won't be far behind. Now for the conditions that make all this possible. The weather on the 1st of October 2025 across much of Canada will be on the chilly side but generally clear. We're looking at daytime highs around 64 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius, dropping to around 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 15 degrees Celsius overnight. There's zero precipitation expected for the day, which means no sudden cold fronts from rain to disrupt the bite. While specific wind details for every corner of Canada are hard to pinpoint, expect light to moderate breezes, which is often ideal for breaking up the water surface and stimulating fish activity without making boat control a nightmare. The atmospheric pressure should be relatively stable, or perhaps slowly rising after any earlier scattered showers, which tends to keep fish in a more consistent feeding pattern. The water temperatures across Canadian lakes and coastal areas are firmly in the fall transition zone, averaging around 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit, or 10 to 16 degrees Celsius in many regions. This cooling trend is the primary driver for increased fish activity. As the water chills, fish instinctively know winter is coming, and they need to pack on calories. This means they'll be actively foraging, making them more susceptible to your presentations. And let's not forget the moon phase. On October 1st, 2025, we'll be in a waxing gibbous phase. The The moon will be about 65 to 72% illuminated, rising in the mid-afternoon and visible through most of the night before setting before sunrise. Many anglers swear by the moon's influence, and a waxing gibbous is often considered a favorable time, particularly during periods of moonrise and moonset. The increased moonlight can extend feeding windows for nocturnal feeders and keep other species active longer. Overall, my friends, I'm giving the bite for the 1st of October 2025 a solid, good to excellent rating. This is thanks to the clear, chilly weather, stable pressure, and those fantastic cooling water temperatures that are triggering a pre-winter feeding frenzy. Expect aggressive fish, especially during morning and late afternoon hours, coinciding with periods of stable pressure and the moon's influence. So there you have it, folks, my detailed forecast for a truly promising day of fishing. I wish you all tight lines and bent rods. Until next time, remember, a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and share your own fall fishing plans in the comments below. What are you hoping to catch? What's your secret lure for October? Let's hear it.